Let's see. All right. Hi, I'm Officer Cherry. I'm the recruiter for City of Charleston Police Department. Charleston Police Department is the largest municipal agency in the state of South Carolina. We have a really stellar reputation here and outside of the state. We're the highest paid agency in the state. We have pay steps actually built into our platform. Unlike most police departments where you have to promote in order to make advancement in your pay, we actually have those steps built in. We have $3,000 tuition reimbursement if you decide you want to pursue a master's degree after 1 year of service here. It's $3,000 a year towards that up until you graduate from that degree, which also can increase your pay. We have a take-home car, pension, benefits, and then we have a lot of opportunity for career development, leadership development, and growth within the department. Another great feature about Charleston Police Department is we lose about 10 to 15 officers a year to the feds. So if the feds is something you're interested in, and by feds, I mean FBI, DEA, ATF, marshals, then this is a really great place to cultivate your skills, build your leadership skills, build your policing experience, and then set off for that. But if you would like to make this a long-term career, this is an excellent agency to do it in. That's particularly important during these times. And we really are the progressive cutting edge agency within the state. So that's my email in case you guys, after this is over, want to email me. I put that there so if somebody hacked us, you'd have it. But I don't foresee that happening. So like I said, our motto is service over self. Like I said, highest paid in the state, pay steps throughout the career, the benefits, take home car. We also have gym reimbursement. So if you do jujitsu, Muay Thai, CrossFit, yoga, cycling, traditional gym, then we pay $25 a month towards exercise in order to try to encourage a healthy lifestyle. We have progressive grooming and tattoo policy. You can have full sleeves or leg tattoos as long as they're not offensive to any group, race, gender, LGBTQ status, religion, etc. Grooming, men can have beards as long as they're neatly trimmed and kept professional. And then if we have issues where they need to be shaved because of the gas mask, you might be obligated to do that in those times. We've had to do that recently because of the protests. Cutting edge training. So we have a mentorship program here. You get assigned a mentor when you get cut loose for independent duty. But additionally, let's say you want to go into narcotics. You can do 16 hours shadowing a narcotics detective to get you that exposure. We also have a leadership academy that runs consecutively for officers that are currently police officers here. So we have free training. I've gone through FBI training of use of force. We had a retired Secret Service agent come and talk about multiculturalism. We just had a gentleman come and talk who was a pro baseball player and whose mother was killed in the Amy church shooting. He just spoke today. I have 8 hours of gang training tomorrow. And then I think the next one coming up has to do with mental health. And these opportunities flow throughout the year. That is not typical within a law enforcement agency. A lot of the times you have to pay for your own trainings. We also do support trainings that do have a fee, but if we support it, then it has a nominal fee. So we have multiple specialized units that includes bomb, canine, SWAT, crisis negotiation, detectives, task force. Task force detectives are those that help out with the FBI, DEA, marshals, ATF, internet crimes against children. And then, there are many opportunities for career advancement. We have career progression, which includes police officer, senior police officer, master police officer, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, DC, which is deputy chief and chief. And if you guys have questions, if you'll hold them to the end, and then you guys are free to ask me whatever for the rest of the time. So obviously I don't really have to sell you on the city because you've been at the Citadel, although I will say you probably have not seen much of the city living at the Citadel. So welcome to Charleston. Outside of the gates of the Citadel is a beautiful and vibrant city. It's the oldest and largest in South Carolina. The estimated population in 2018, they just started doing the census this year to probably up that, but 136,000. It's number one city 6 years in a row in the world's top 15 cities. I've traveled a lot, and I will say this is a really great place to be. Not only because the city's beautiful and amazing, but also because we're supported by the community, the city council, the chief of police, to do our jobs, to do it well, to do it in a professional way. And then they really emphasize community policing. which is a buzzword people say, but we've been doing it for a very, very long time. We've had a lot of incidents that have happened in the city, the church shooting, and then Walter Scott getting killed up in North Charleston. We had Heidi Todd, we've had hurricanes and all kinds of things. So it's a great place to stay, build a career, enjoy the outdoors, enjoy the nightlife, potentially build a family, whatever you're interested in doing. So if you were interested, which I hope you are, you can always call me, email me, etc. I am more than happy to guide you through the application process. If any of you know any of the Citadel cadets that have joined CPD, I'm sure they'll tell you that I'm more than willing to assist in every capacity to get you in the application process, into testing, and then you have to take it on your own merits to get hired, but I'll help you through the process. The first step is an application. We have an online application that's digitized, and you're going to attach necessary documents to the application. Up front, we need your resume, a copy of your driver's license from whatever state that may be, 10-year driving record from every state you've held a license, and then we have some waivers that we need you to sign. One of the waivers has to be notarized. There is a notary on campus at the Citadel, and the Career Center is more than happy to help you get all that paperwork together to submit, because they've done it before. I won't speak on their behalf, but I know they'll help. So you're going to submit all that stuff. And I will say that if you're a senior, I would put in January 1. The reason I say that is because you can get hired with our agency before you even graduate college. So if you put in January 1, we get you in for testing based around your student schedule. With COVID, I guess it might be a little bit easier since it's online and stuff, but you come for testing. If we pick you up before the hire date, which it's going to be a slide on here, but it's going to be June 14th is our next hire date. Let's say you're done with testing January, March, April, okay? I hold your slot for the June class until you graduate. So not only are you graduating from the Citadel, and that's an exciting time, but you've already gotten accepted to start a really exciting professional career right off the rip, which is awesome. I wish I had thought to do that when I graduated college. So if you get accepted to come for testing, you're going to take part in the physical agility test, the written exam, the oral interview, and polygraph. That's a condensed testing process so we can move faster. A lot of outside agencies take a really long time to do things. They'll have you come, you'll do one test, leave, come back. It's just, it's too much. And so we've tried to condense it so it's not as overwhelming for the applicant, and we can get you through quickly. It doesn't mean, faster means not as good. It means faster is efficient. We pride ourselves on efficiency. So then if you pass all those phases, you go to the background investigation. Our background investigator is here in my office. We're actually a team in one office. So we have a sergeant, me, Chantel, who's our administrative specialist, who will help you with the paperwork. And then Stephanie Rao, Detective Rao, she does background investigations here. After you make sure to get back to her very quickly, if she asks questions or emails you with your references, if you pass backgrounds, then you get a conditional offer. If you accept the conditional offer, then you do your medical and psychological. After all those tests are completed, then you're given the job. We hold that slot, like I said, for police corps in June for you. And that's right around graduation time. I think graduation for the Citadel is in May. Is that right? Yeah. And if you ask any of your friends or people who have become police officers with us, it feels pretty good to be able to say you're a Charleston police officer recruit, After that, you will probably have a little downtime between May and June 14th, and then start your career. You're going to start police corps, which is our 12-week pre-academy. We're the only police department in the state that has a pre-academy. Now, why is that important? Because you're going to go to the Justice Academy, which is the Columbia Academy. It's live-in. It's 8 weeks long, but you don't necessarily get all the soft skills or the time on the hard skills that you need. We make sure that you're ready to shoot, ready to drive, ready to do defensive tactics, know the laws, but we also give you the history of racism in police as it relates to the city, gender identity orientation training, de-escalation, mental health, and these are all parts of being a progressive 21st century police officer. And it will keep you out of trouble and make you very successful in whatever you want to do in law enforcement. After you do police corps here, you're ready to go. We send you to the South Carolina Justice Academy for 8 weeks. I, as the recruiter, expect you to win all the awards and just crush it. You know, getting hired here, you're selling the brand, you're selling the department, you're representing something that people here have worked very hard to build into the prestigious agency that it is. So you go represent us at the Justice Academy. Most of the time we sweep the awards and everybody does the run and it's great. After that, you come back, you go through 15 weeks of field training. You're assigned to a PTO, which is a field training officer, and they teach you more about what it means to be a police officer. After that, you get cut loose. You're given a take-home car, which you can drive to and from work. You can drive to run groceries, buy groceries, go to the gym, whatever it may be. You just can't purchase alcohol for obvious reasons. So like I said, submit the application with the supporting documents. That's the list right there. I don't have to go over them again because I mentioned them, but I'll let you sort of read them. There's some additional documents that we do need, but you can submit those over time. But these are the 4 that I need in order for me to look at your application and say, okay, I'm going to bring you in for testing. And more information can be found at joincpd.com. That's our recruitment website. You can also go to the City of Charleston website and learn more about it. I am also willing to email you all the steps, the links, everything to make it even that much easier, opposed to having to go through and read all of that. So we're going to get a little more into what the testing looks like. So you come for testing, it's 2 to 3 days. So the physical agility includes the bench press, sit-ups, 300-meter sprint, push-ups, mile-and-a-half run. This is the hardest fitness test in the state. People always ask me why it's the hardest fitness test. Well, because we want our officers to start off fit, both mentally, physically. What they eat is important, and that's because you deal with a lot of stress, a lot of death, a lot of, you know, darkness, as I put it. And we want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, you know, to begin with, because as you progress through a career in law enforcement, you get exposed to more social pressures come on you, including family, whatever it may be. And you want to make sure to start off on a good foot and have that as a regimented part of your life. So it doesn't fall to the wayside. I'm sure you've seen those officers who don't look great in their uniforms and are overweight, and they're more susceptible to being attacked, et cetera. Our presence and the way we look and carry ourselves is our first line of defense. And so that's really important. Also, when you go to do the obstacle course at the academy, I mean, you crush it because we've put you through a pretty rigorous fitness exam. You're also going to take a written test. It's a post test. If you look it up on the website, like on the internet, it includes spelling, grammar, rudimentary math, not anything complicated, arithmetic, et cetera, and then report writing. Then we're going to do a panel interview. It's multiple officers within recruiting and also within the agency. After that, you're going to do your polygraph. I think that speaks for itself. Everybody kind of knows what a polygraph is. It's pretty rigorous, just be honest. Then, like I said, backgrounds, conditional offer, medical, and psychological. It takes 2 to 4 months to get through it. Like I said, we've expedited it, so 2 to 4 months. But like I said, I would go ahead and jump on the gun if you know this is for you, and put in the application in January. Training, like I said before, we went through that training, and you're getting paid your salary. I'll just mention that as we look at this training slide, but you are getting paid your salary the entire time. So we don't do a recruit pay like they do outside of South Carolina. So you start off getting paid what a police officer gets paid all through training. Like I said, next hiring date is June the 14th. These are our specialized units, just that I mentioned briefly, but I'll go over them again. Canine is our dog unit. We have both bomb dogs and bite and track dogs. We also have a dog in the SWAT team, but he was TDA'd to the FBI task force. We have a SWAT team, a very elite SWAT team that's well known. We have the bomb squad. We have crisis negotiation, which used to be called hostage negotiation. SSRT is a quick response to schools in case of an active shooter. We have SROs, which are school resource officers. We have SIU, which is vice and narcotics detectives. We have task force detectives, like I said, DEA, ATF, FBI, Secret Service, Internet Crimes Against Children. Central has all the different type of detectives. SVU is special victims, violent crime, robbery, burglary, auto theft, white collar. We also have harbor patrol. We have bike units. So the sky's the limit in terms of, if you're interested in it, we probably have it and we can talk about it. So we do have a social media presence if you're interested, which talks about oftentimes where we'll be when it's not COVID. I'll post it on our Instagram page, and that's Join CPDSC, which is the big one that I keep up with. We'll post some stuff on our Facebook page too, but that's the City of Charleston Police Department's Facebook page. So I manage this Instagram page. We also are doing vlogs about the department. They kind of fell to the wayside during COVID as well, but I'm going to start back up with those. The next one is going to be about Harbor Patrol and then traffic. And you can watch those at Join CPDSC. Like I said, joincpd.com is our website, so you can learn more about the agency. I will mention that we do have internships. COVID, like everything, is sort of put a little crink in that. But right now I'm running a 4-cadet person research internship with the assistance of Dr. Hill in collaboration with her. The Citadel cadets are doing a really great job. They're actually submitting their posters or PowerPoint for the Criminal Justice Conference in Orlando. If they get selected, I believe the Citadel is going to help facilitate them getting to that conference and presenting. It's a little bit different than the average internship, which includes ride-alongs and shadowing officers. It depends on what opens up and how we're going to move forward for 2021 in terms of what type of internship I'm going to offer. As soon as I get back to doing ride-alongs and things, I will let Career Services know, and everyone at the Citadel, I have their email. So you can come and try it out and try ride-along. I will tell you from experience that just like picking a university, the Citadel is going to be a totally different experience in College of Charleston, right? So you want to make sure that the police department that you decide to work for has the right cultural fit for you. The Citadel cadets tend to do really well at CPD because Citadel cadets are self-driven, confident, they have experience with command structure. They have aspirations. They know how to set goals and accomplish them. And that's the type of police department we are. We're also a creative agency, meaning there's room for creative thought, innovation. That's not typically talked about in law enforcement, but creativity, problem solving, desire to make social impact. That's where policing is headed. We've been doing it for much longer, I think, than many agencies. But that's, a part of it. If you're going to be on a SWAT, we have a guy that's a SWAT sergeant, but he also is a sergeant on the community outreach division. So you have to be a multifaceted person in order to be successful now, which I think is excellent, because nobody wants to talk to a flat, boring jerk. Anybody. I mean, that's just not fun for anyone. So let's see, what else do I have? So that's my contact information. That's my city cell number, my email. That's Sergeant Mitchell, who is she's currently the sergeant up until the 17th, but she's now made lieutenant. So I'll have a new sergeant whose information, that'll be his or her phone number. But I would just focus on mine for now, since she's moved on to other things. Questions? Tyler, I want you to know I did that in 21 minutes.